Undertale is one of the most loved RPGs out there. Developed by Toby Fox and released in 2015, the game is a collection of music tracks featuring a wide range of musical styles, including rock, jazz, classical, and chiptune, to create a unique and memorable soundtrack. The soundtrack is widely praised for its emotional impact, and today we will be diving through the secrets and trivia that these emotional pieces of songs Toby Fox has given us. This is the Undertale OST's facts, secrets, and Easter eggs. This track is loosely based on the track Mother Earth from the game Earthbound Beginnings. There are 7 variations to this track, 2 of which are in the official OST. This includes the default one, where either just started a fresh new save file or after a neutral route reset. The second one plays after meeting Flowey. It adds a bassline to the track. Third one plays after spelling Toriel. This adds a piano and more bass. The fourth variation appears after the Papyrus and Sun state. It adds bongos and more square waves. After befriending Undyne, some strings can be heard from the song. Also, Sans is now standing or floating near the door archway. After befriending Alphys, a glockenspiel can now be heard, and the bass line doubles yet again. And finally, the last variation is basically menu full. It plays after saving Asriel. In the No Mercy route, after the But Nobody Came screen shows up, a 1/13 of the speed version of the track plays. This track has 3 variations. Fallen Down plays after Toriel saves the player from Flowey. Fallen Down Reprise plays after Toriel saves us from ASGORE. It signifies that you're now locked in the true pacifist route. The third one, Empty House, plays inside Toriel's house after brutally murdering her. There is a singular cut note at the very end of the track that's supposed to signify that the track will loop. This track, along with Uwa So Holiday and Uwa So Heats, are the only tracks to play in the configuration menu. This track plays during the New Home segment before the Sans battle, just drastically slowed down. This track only has 14 notes. This track uses anticipation as a backing track. Wonder why this track sounds so earthboundy? Well, the track is actually composed with the earthbound sound font. The unused track king description is just determination, just with regal instruments. Also in Deltarune Chapter 2, after getting killed by the annoying doggy car, a cut version of this track plays with a fake Undertale game over script. The instruments in this track sound similar to Easy Lemon's instrumentals made by Kevin MacLeod. You can manually toggle this to play by turning off the lamp in the player's room in Toriel's house. The track's original name is Joker Battle, and according to Toby Fox, they were initially made for Deltarune alongside Nyehehe and Bonderson. This signifies that the track was supposed to play in the Jebel battle. It also sounds a little bit circusy, so this further proves the point. This track is also included in the Deltarune Chapter 2's OST. It plays inside Sanse's store. This and 5 other tracks in the OST were originally composed for other projects, including Heartache and Fallen Down, which were mentioned earlier. During Snowdrake's mother's fight, a distorted version of this track plays. This track, along with Uwa So Temperate and Uwa So Hits, are the only tracks to play in the config menu. This is the shortest track in the game. It plays while Dogami and Dogoresa searches for the player. This track shares some instruments with Quiet Water. A faster version of this track plays after sparing sands before the phase 2 of the battle. Also, an extremely distorted slowdown echoed to the death version of this track plays during the Endogeny battle. During the No Mercy route, after exhausting the kill count in Snowdin, a slower version of this track plays, like most overworld tracks. It plays in all shops across the underground except in Tem Shop and Bratty and Cathy's shop. In Undertale's trailer, a count segment of the track plays. This part was never heard in-game nor it was in the game files. This track plays in Bratty and Cathy's shop. Its title also implies that it plays during all the dating segments with Papyrus, Undyne, and Alphys. Even though it has the word dating in its name, it never plays during Undyne's and Sansa's dates. This track is a more aggressive and fast version of Dating Star. This track shares a similarity with Before the Story from Deltarune Chapter 1. This is one of the few ambient tracks in the OST alongside Mysterious Place. This track is one of the many tracks which is named after the character attached to it, alongside ASGORE and Alphys. This track is just a waterfall version of Ruins. This track only appears twice in the game, both while being pursued by Undyne. Quite funny, but it slightly resembles the Windows 10 error sound effect, just loop. The first 8 notes of this track is required to solve the piano puzzle in Waterfall. It has the second longest track name in the OST. After Can You Really Call This a Hotel? I didn't receive a mint on my pillow or anything. This track is a more aggressive and a fast version of Ghost Fight. It also has a leitmotif in Big Shot from Deltarune Chapter 2. You can hear the whole song sped up at some parts in Spider Dance. Time Swap Act 1, another game by Toby Fox, has a remix of this track with the same title. It's basically a wavier version of Spopkwave. It also references the vaporwave genre. It is the only track in the game to have a Jingle Bells leitmotif, which, in Deltarune Chapter 2, Holiday Studio also uses. It slightly resembles another hymn from Deltarune Chapter 1. According to Toby Fox himself, this track was made out of one edited sample of a xylophone. This track is the only a cappella song in the OST. This track alongside Dating Start are the only tracks to replace Shop while being in a shop. It is a shorter, more aggressive and a fast version of Spear of Justice. Before the final track, an unused alternate version was scrapped due to it not sounding like being heroically punched in the face. It has the shortest name in the OST. Like Spear of Justice, there was an unused alternate version of Alphys' theme, but it was scrapped due to similarities to another love song. This track has a faster, shorter version of the song that plays on the TV in Papyrus and Sansa's house. There's an unused audio file titled Grandpa Semi, which is a more 8-bit cut of the first few seconds of Metal Crusher. It was used in the Temmie battle when failing to feed her some Tem flakes. Part of the melody was originally created by Toby Fox as a part of the track called Patient. It also was originally composed for another project alongside the tracks that were mentioned earlier. This track alongside with Uwa So Temperate and Uwa So Holiday are the only tracks to play in the configuration menu. An earlier version of this track is found on Toby Fox's old site. Despite being a hotel theme, it also plays during Metaton's cook show. It has the longest track name in the OST. As the name implies, this plays during RGE1's confession to RG2's and during a confession to Undyne. This track is a remix of It's Showtime. It is a more aggressive and a fast version of Live Report. You can skip the battle entirely by buying or consuming a spider donut or a spider cider. And why would you do this? This is one of the best tracks in the game. You were You can only access this track in-game by having your date and time set to October 10 at 8 PM. During the segment, the title of the game, while in window mode, is changed to Undertale the Musical. This, alongside Oh, One True Love and Holiday, are the only tracks in the OST to have lyrics. It also plays in Sansa's workshop, just slowed down. The wind samples in this track would be later used in Deltarune before King's Battle. This and Pandora Palace from Deltarune Chapter 2 are the only tracks in both the games to play continuously within their respective areas, even during a battle. This is the shortest song in the OST with the major leitmotif.
Oh, yes.
It bears a resemblance to Deltarune Chapter 1's Susie and I'm Very Bad. Some sparky effects in this track are heard in one of War's attacks in Deltarune Chapter 2. This is the 69th track in the OST. Nice. When playing in-game, it will be the longest 20 seconds that you will experience in your life. Due to it being the longest track in the game, it was split into two parts in the game files: Moose End Area Part A and Moose End Area Part B. This track plays during Sansa's pacifist battle, and you never get to fight him during the pacifist run, so it never plays in-game nor found in the game files. It is just a slow version of Undertale. This track only plays in New Home when you're about to fight ASGORE. This track sped up is used as an sample in Amalgam. It is a German word that translates to king in the mountain. A slower version of this song with added reverb can be heard near the end of the Undertale Kickstarter video in 2013. A slowed down version of this translates to digital roots from Deltarune Chapter 2. It has the most separate audio files in the game files with 9. There's an unused shorter version of the first part named mus_f_finale_1. There's another file that sounds exactly like this track, mus_ruins piano. The track is slower in game. This song seems to have been made to sound as if it was recorded live. It also stops once Papyrus knocks the door, further proves the point that Undyne was actually playing the piano. This track alongside other tracks has some sound effects from Earthbound. This track plays during the fight against the Amalgamates, but not with Endogyne and Snowdrake's mother. It is a livelier version of Fallen Down. Despite having a lot of characters from the game return during the sequence, it ironically has the Ruins motif, which is almost empty of monsters. The battle doesn't really start after the track starts, only will it start in about 21 seconds or the beat drop. This track's beat was possibly inspired by the guitar section of Pokey Means Business from Earthbound. This track, as the name implies, plays while saving the world, aka your friends and the whole underground. Like Moose_King description, this is a more regal, orchestrated version of Memory. It is a reversed version of the first melody change in Hopes and Dreams. This track plays in all rooms once Pacifist Route is complete, except in Papyrus's room. This is also the second longest track in the game after Undertale. Like what I said earlier, this is a complete version of Start menu. The word respite in the dictionary translates to a short period of rest or relief. This is the third longest song in the Undertale soundtrack, after Reunited and Undertale. This seems to be the part 3 of the final battle tracks, Hopes and Dreams being part 1, Save the World being part 2. This is the first No Mercy track in the OST to play in the game. This track has 3 motifs, the True Hero motif, Ruins motif, and the Alphys motif. The leitmotif and some instruments were reused in Big Shot from Deltarune Chapter 2's OST during Spanton Neo's exceptional battle. Toby Fox's mom calls Megalovania Megalavigala. It also has a sequel called Megalo Strike Back. This track also is the only Earthbound drum hack track to make it in an actual Nintendo game, Super Smash Bros. This track was 13th in the demo's OST. That one was a wild ride. Now thank you all for sticking till the very end of the video. I hope you all guys enjoyed the video. And to conclude everything, we can all agree that Undertale's OST is one of the most, if not the best soundtracks out there. Toby really is a master of character development and music development. Also, I'm planning to make a part 2 covering the unused tracks and some other minor songs in the game. Also, I'm planning on creating one for Deltarune Chapter 1 and 2. Again, thank you all guys for watching and see you next time I upload.